but we also need you, right? This is the point at which we need to beat back this offer as resoundingly as possible. In 2017, we walked the picket line for 5 weeks, and we went from less than 60% of our membership, same as today, coming out and only voting 68% in favor of strike, if necessary. After 5 weeks on a line, we turned around, 95% of our membership voted 86% to reject the college's offer. And we need to do that again now. For us, it's about the ground game. It's essential for you to have one-to-one conversations with your colleagues, to talk to your local, to try and find out as much information as you can, because the success of this round is built on faculty talking with faculty. You can let people know that they've been on strike for 5 weeks again already, and it hasn't cost them a dime, but it has actually increase the pressure on the administrators to the point that they feel necessary to bring this offer vote directly to faculty and circumvent the team again. So I'm going to ask you to participate in your local phone trees, to talk to your colleagues, talk to your students. It is perfectly legitimate to talk to your students about what's happening in bargaining. Explain the issues from your perspective. And we have talking points here, but realistically, share your understanding about what you're hearing and why you're voting. And equally as important, listen to what other people have to say, even if they don't agree with you, right? Because that's the way we start to learn from each other about where the sticking points are. Counter the management propaganda with facts and ask them, who do you think is responsible for that decision? Is that in your interest? Is that in your students' interest? Why do you think that the colleges are making these decisions? Who does it hurt? And who has the power to change how that decision is being made? Redirect any anger and frustration back to the appropriate target. It's the college presidents who can make this stop, eh? When we propose task forces, remind people we ensure structures to address issues and implement recommendations, not to defer them. Management can resolve this with no further labor disruption simply by either bargaining on faculty's issues or referring those outstanding issues to binding interest arbitration. Faculty proposals are about change now, but also about ensuring change going forward. They're all lawful and they're all low to no cost. If folks want to talk further, there's a couple of really exciting things coming up. On February 8th, we have a province-wide live Q&A for students from 7 to 9 p.m. Please let your students know that this is available. The CEC heard about it and they decided to do their own. They're pre-recording it and they're only taking questions ahead of time. The faculty one is absolutely live, just like this kind of setup where people get to ask questions. And then on from February 15th until February 17th, encourage as many people as you can to go out and vote to reject this offer. We are looking for massive turnout and high rejection. It's up to all of us to make that happen. I will say this, if you truly feel that your working conditions are fine as they are, if you think that partial load faculty don't deserve better access to benefits or better protections, if you think that, privatization, contracting out, or sale of faculty work isn't something we need to worry about, if equity and indigenization coordinator work, if you believe that we can trust the CEC to do the right thing without language to make sure that they do, and if you think that what we're working in right now is sustainable, then you should take the offer. But if you want to see change, if you think things need to happen, if you think that workload and fairness and the quality of education, these things have been core issues for faculty since long before the pandemic, since long before I was even in the system, and they were exacerbated further by the pandemic. As your team, as folks that have spent the last 10 months or a year actually looking through, examining, talking with faculty, we're asking you to do the right thing and reject this offer because it doesn't meet what you told us to take to the table. We need change and we need it now. This is why we're fighting and bargaining for better. And this is exactly why we're recommending that you vote to reject.